What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Angelica Fitzgerald and today we have a very, I don't know if I want to say fun video, but we have a video. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on doing a full treatment of this bad boy. Now, I filmed a first impressions and a mid video. It's like 4 weeks of using this almost a year and a half ago. It's been a hot minute since I've touched this tool. Not gonna lie, I don't even remember what my discount code is, but I know I have one, so I'm definitely gonna put that in the description box and leave it here. I have a lot of thoughts formed on this tool. Some are good, some are bad. All of them are truthful to my experience with them. And yeah, it's been a while since I've done this treatment. I have done the entire treatment. If you are new and you've never seen that first impressions video / 4-week update video that I filmed over a year and a half ago. This treatment is a 12-week treatment. You use it once a week for 12 weeks and that is considered one entire treatment. Now, depending on the coarseness of your hair, how thick your hair is, the color of your hair, it may take a little bit longer or it may be quicker for you depending on what your hair is like. I personally have shared a ton of info on my type of hair in that first video, so I will link that in the description box below as well. But I have to address something in that video that now that I watch it, I'm like, so clearly I was new to YouTube then. Apparently I was new to makeup shades then. I'm not saying I'm like a makeup pro then, but I can't believe nobody addressed the color of my foundation in that video. Yeah, it's like orange, literally. It's orange. You can see the difference from my face to my scalp color. It's like night and day. Face was night, scalp was day. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't go watch that video because I didn't, yeah, there's just issues. So, but at least my foundation matches. Looks pretty decent in this video. So if you are ready to learn my thoughts and my experience doing the full treatment, the full 12-week Rose Skin laser hair removal treatment, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below to keep up with my future videos. Now let's get started. Okay, so just to confirm, because I just went and looked it up on my phone, my discount code is still active. It is code AngelicaFitz. That will save you 15% off of this tool. And I know since I shared this last, Rose Skin has come out with a ton of new products. I haven't shopped there in a while. This was really all I was interested in because it came out at the perfect time, like right when quarantine hit. And I shared in that first video that I waxed very faithfully, and obviously waxing was unfortunately not considered an essential business to stay open. So I couldn't get waxed unless I dare do it myself, which I'm not that strong. So I figured I would try out and test laser hair removal and see if it worked, if the at-home treatment worked. And here we are. So I'm gonna let y'all know how my treatment turned out, like what my hair was like, and then also what I've done since then, like basically this last almost year, how I've maintained my grooming after using the Rose Skin laser hair removal system. So the big question that I just want to answer like right at the beginning of this video, because I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but I know you will want to know, especially since I used this over a year ago, and that is, does it work? My answer to that is yes, but there are some things that I'm gonna address in this video that I didn't know at the time when I used it, that if you have set expectations for this machine, I would like to at least give you realistic expectations just from my experience. Now, that I want to reiterate again, this is all based off my experience. I have black hair, I have really thick hair. However, I've waxed my whole life, so it's really thin in the areas that I used this machine. So let's talk about where I use this machine. I use it on my underarms, I use it on my legs, and I use it on my Brazilian area. I have never used it on my face. I've just always gone to waxing because I grow a mustache. I got black hair. Most girls with black hair do. And it's just easiest for me to rip once a month. Plain and simple. I don't have to shave it every couple days or anything like that. So I've just left my face alone. But this machine's perfectly safe to use around your lips if you got sideburns. But it does suggest you refrain from using this near your eyes. So I would really not suggest trying to like shape your eyebrows with this machine. Like, don't do it. So for the leg area, that is the area I saw the most success with. So I want to talk about that first. Like I already mentioned, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say because I had waxed 7 years like faithfully prior to using this machine, I would say my hair was at about a 5, 5.5, 6-ish thickness. It was not like a 10, 11. It was not, I don't have very thick, coarse hair. I do believe because I waxed for so long. So in terms of how this performed on my legs, it worked so well. I see maybe a patch, maybe a little hair. If you have like a birthmark or something where naturally like thicker hairs will grow out of, a little hair here or there come out, but max, absolute max, I have to wax or shave my legs is once every 3 months, and it's been fantastic. The maintenance on my legs has just, it's become so easy. I honestly considered going to get laser hair removal at an actual facility for my legs, but I don't think I need to, just because it's like so easy. I mean, if I ever got really tired of waxing or shaving my legs once every 3-ish months, I mean, that's literally like 4 times a year, then I would go get laser. But I think I'm okay with that amount of maintenance. I mean, that's literally as often as I get my haircut. So it's really worked on my legs. I will say the RoseSkin laser hair removal machine, just from my experience, maybe people with blonde hair or even thinner hair than myself have had better results, but it's not permanent. It's made the maintenance so much better. I used to have to get waxed faithfully every 2 weeks. Like I said, it's like once every 3 months, and that's even if, like, I wax a lot less actually now because it'll be like a random patch that I'll just like get a razor and go like that on, and then I'm done. So the hair has gotten so incredibly thin. I don't have any stubble. Even if I do shave or wax, I never see like a hair pore basically, or like the hair follicle. My legs just look super smooth. You can't tell where the hair would grow out of on my legs. It's that thin, and honestly grows back that thin if it even does grow back. So in terms of the results on my legs, I would say they were amazing. Not permanent, not lifelong hair free, but incredibly easy maintenance, which was enough for me. With the cost of this tool, which I think was like $120-ish, 115, somewhere around the low hundreds, well worth the money spent, because my maintenance has significantly dropped. So there's that for the legs. I would highly suggest this for someone that wants to make the maintenance of their legs significantly easier. All you have to do is do the 12-week treatment correctly, and you should be pretty good. And who's to say you can't extend it or do it again? I mean, there's enough laser zaps in here to do every treatment like multiple times. So I might actually do that, and hopefully that would reduce any grooming work I have to do on my legs even more. But fantastic results on my legs, so very happy with that. All right, next area I want to address is the Brazilian area. Yeah, first off, the level of pain to do that area is significantly higher because the skin down there is very tender, and the laser from this machine is actually pretty darn strong. So you definitely feel it. Not once was it comfortable using this machine down there. Now, my results were not as good as my legs. Now, obviously, hair in private areas is a lot thicker. So the laser was working a lot more. There was a lot more for it to zap. I really didn't feel it that much on my legs. It was just like a little pinch, whereas my Brazilian area, it was like slap. It was not that comfortable. So my results from using this machine on my Brazilian area were very good, just not 100%, I would say. I think it's like what you would expect from an at-home machine. I mean, there's a reason that laser hair removal at a facility is so expensive, and it's because it is like for life, basically. Like one set of months that you do everything you need to do, and then you're done. This tool's significantly cheaper, you don't have to go anywhere, and you just do it yourself. I mean, the laser's safe enough to do in your own home. I'm pretty sure the laser at a laser hair removal place, you couldn't just do it yourself. You need like a specialist. So it's kind of what you would expect from a $120 tool. It significantly thinned out the hairs. So don't get me wrong, it actually does work. It does make a difference, but it did not completely get it to go away. It did not make me 100% hair free. I still have to wax. I would like to add to that waxing has become so much more, I don't want to say enjoyable because waxing is never enjoyable, but it's become a lot more pain-free just because there's not as much hair to grab down there and it's a lot thinner. So sorry if I'm like, this is TMI for any of y'all, but I just want to be fully transparent on like what is actually going on down there and what this machine did and didn't do for me. So it really helped thin out and make the grooming process like easier, more comfortable. So for that, I'm very thankful for this machine. For the results I got after 12 weeks, was it noticeable? Yes. Would I have liked it to have been permanent? Obviously, yes. But like I said, for what you're paying for, you can only expect so much from an at-home treatment machine. So I am happy with the results and I may do the treatment again. I will say the Brazilian area was a little bit uncomfortable. I think it was worth it because it did significantly thin out. So I'm happy with my results. I did use the strongest laser that this machine has, which is the level 5 setting. So that's been my experience with the Brazilian area. And then last but not least, the underarm area. Now, if you have watched that video, I mentioned that I used to get my underarms electrolyzed and then I moved to waxing. So I would say my underarm hair is pretty thin because I had it electrolyzed for a couple years and then waxed for a couple years. So I did the 12-week treatment with the laser hair removal machine and had great results. Oddly enough, I want to give you like the timeline so y'all understand. I did my first treatment, I believe April of 2020. So like a little over a year ago. Finished the full treatment around end of August-ish and didn't have to touch my underarms for a couple of months, like a good 5-6 months. They were just like, all the hair was gone. It was awesome. And all I used was the RoseSkinCo laser hair removal treatment. So I was like, holy cannoli, this actually works. And then I would say like around end of February this year, it's 2021, June of 2021 when I'm filming this. I would say about the end of February, little tweensy tiny patches like started to come back in. So I've had to just like take care of those basically. And I never shave my underarms. I only wax if I ever have to. And so I've had to wax my armpits twice since February. So it's like very, very, very thin and very inconsistent on when like a little patch of hair might grow in or might not grow in. But that's when I started noticing just a little bit of it coming back. So not sure why it didn't stay away the whole time. I don't know if another treatment would be good for me. I feel like it would be, but that was my experience with the underarms. Like amazing results for the first half year after I finished my treatment. And then I just started seeing like tiny, tiny patches, which I'm honestly not sure if this machine is supposed to be like lifelong permanent, like hair removal. So that's one thing to consider. I highly doubt it is because I've even heard people going to a laser hair removal facility getting like the full shebang done and like 2 years after they start seeing some hair regrowth, which I know is not really supposed to happen, but depending on your skin type and the thickness and texture of your hair, that sometimes does happen. So I don't necessarily expect this machine to like take away all my hair for the rest of my life, but it did really thin the hair out, like overall, like whole body, all the areas I mentioned to you. It really thinned everything out. The legs I'm like the most happy with because I don't even have to think about them. Underarms significantly thinned it out. I mean, pretty much fully got rid of everything. It's just every now and then I see like a couple of little hairs come through and I'm like, okay, let me wax that or let me tweeze that out. So it's no big deal, but I'm never having like huge chunks of hair come in or super thick growth or anything like that. So overall, I love how easy this has made my grooming routine. I still have to groom. I definitely have to still wax. for my legs every couple months. My Brazilian area, I get that done once a month still. But it's just, you could even ask my waxer. It's like so thin that it's like 1, 2, 3. It's not like it was before, where every time I would go in, it was like thick, coarse hair. So I definitely think Rose Skin's laser hair removal treatment machine is the one to thank for the thinness of my hair. Depending on, like I said at the beginning of this video, the thickness or thinness of your hair, your results may vary. But for me, I mean, y'all see the kind of hair on my head, like it's kind of like this everywhere. I've got black hair. So I understand for all the girls here that have black hair, the struggle is real. It's just about finding what works for you. This significantly, I think, will make anybody's grooming process a lot easier. Now, if you're one of the lucky ones that has like super thin blonde hair already, this probably would take care of like everything for you, and you wouldn't see a hair for like 4 years afterwards. But for the mass majority of the world that's like me or like anybody else with dark hair, it's not that easy for us. So unless you plan on going to a facility and getting a full laser hair removal treatment done by a specialist, I think this is like the best you're gonna get, because it's at home. It is a strong laser. It definitely weakens the hair follicle a lot. If it doesn't get rid of everything permanently, it does significantly thin out and weaken the hair. So that in itself makes your grooming process so much easier. It saves you so much time. It looks a lot better. Like bikini area, underarms, like I know everyone's least favorite thing is like shadows and darkness or bumps or razor burn or anything like that. So I think this machine will seriously avoid you having that. So I figured since it was summertime that this would be a perfect time to revisit this tool, give y'all a full year and a half almost experience that I've had with this machine. Overall, really good. Very happy now with how simple my grooming is. So anyways, just wanted to hop on and share my experience. I will link this down below if you are interested, and definitely use that code if you want to save 15% off of your next order. This video is not sponsored in any way. I just figured since summer is here and our hair growing and grooming and all of that stuff is like at an all-time high focus, since we'll all be in bikinis for the next couple months, this would be a helpful tool for some of y'all. Also, even though this video is not sponsored, I did want to let y'all know that my discount code is an affiliate discount code, so it doesn't cost you anything, saves you money actually, but I earn a tiny percentage if you do purchase anything from Rose Skin using my code. Full transparency, honesty, and trust is everything on my channel, so I did want to let y'all know that. Other than that though, that's all I have to say. Super happy with my results. I definitely recommend this machine if you're interested in making your grooming situation a lot easier, or potentially if you're one of the ones with very thin blonde light hair, potentially just have you never have to shave again. That would be awesome. So other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful if you are interested in this machine, but other than that, have a fantastic day and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.